That rock, Luben kept him in the corner right there. That was a punch against the temple. Doubling the shots, 3 shots in a row, he was out on his feet. No head movement from Erikson Luben.
And by the way, sensational job by the referee, James Green. I mean, look at this. He was about to get destroyed, and Green saved it.
Erikson Luben was knocked out badly by Virgil Ortiz, but the real action wasn't in the ring. The biggest fight of the night happened right after the bell, and it's the one that everyone in boxing is talking about.
You know, we're ready for the best. We want to fight the best. Boots, come over here.
That's right, that's right. Let's go, Ray.
You all saw the tense fight that was caught on camera, but what you didn't see was the violent fight that happened behind the scenes. What shocking words did they say to each other that showed this feud is much deeper than anyone thought?
It's that time.
Huh?
It's that time.
It is. It's been.
It's that time.
It's been.
Yeah, it's the perfect time too.
Oh, yeah.
It's the perfect time.
I'm ready.
We're gonna get everybody what they're looking for too.
Oh, yeah,
Straight like
for sure.
that.
Yep.
Let's get that money.
That's right.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Boots, Ortiz is the next fight. Obviously, Boots is here. What's your prediction on that fight with Ortiz and Boots?
I don't know. It can go either way. They're both exciting, and for them to fight at this younger age, it'd be a great fight.
What was that about?
No, I just was telling you, this basically to sum it all up, like, y'all whole team been talking too much, and that what they have been doing over these last 6-7 months, there's no more talking. Go ahead. Hopefully they sign on papers and make this fight happen, because I feel like this is the biggest fight in boxing. And
What's your final prediction for tonight's fight, Boots?
As soon as the fight was over, Ennis was already moving. He didn't wait for someone to invite him. He walked right through the ropes and hit Virgil Ortiz in the face. There was a lot of stress. You could feel the anger coming off of both guys. There was no sign of respect or a friendly good job. This was an order. Later, Ennis told everyone exactly what he said to Ortiz at that time. Let's get this done. There was nothing warm about it. He did not ask. He was telling them, now is the time. Ennis was drawing a line to make it clear that Ortiz didn't win the division just because he won. Now that this is his section, there is no more talking.
What did you two guys say in the ring and everything? I know everybody heard, but when you two were talking to each other face to face, what was said then and there?
no, I said let's make it happen. I said it's the time. The time is now. It's the perfect time. They got a lot of hype around it, and like I said, I'm going. We're gonna make it. I'm making it happen.
February, May, or where are we doing this? Where are we going this? Where are you thinking about?
Whenever they ready. Whenever they ready.
Eddie, when do you want this fight to happen?
Whenever, listen, it's November now, I think March time's good.
Early stoppage?
Why don't you guys take over Cinco de Mayo?
I think Luben was kind of like out. I mean, it was a good stoppage. It was a good stoppage.
Did you expect that type of performance from Ortiz to knock out Luben that early? A lot of people were saying it's going to finish. It was not going to go past 10. Did you think it was going to go by the second?
Would you
Like I
guys
said
make a
before,
5-on-5?
Luben can't be fighter. You know, I thought it was going to go a little longer, but he got the job done. But like I said, I got something for him, and I'm gonna show the world I'm the best in the world.
What stood out the most for you from Ortiz, even though it was 2 rounds?
Huh?
What stood out the most for you for Ortiz? Beating him in 2 rounds. Obviously, you can't take much of it, but what did it stood out the most?
I mean, it be the top guy that fought everybody, you know? That's about it.
However, this dangerous argument did not just happen. This was important to Ennis. For months, he had been hearing what he called talk from Ortiz's camp. This was the last straw. He wasn't just there to mess with the winner. He was there to get money for a loan. It was about being rude. Ennis was driven by the need to show that he was the best in the world and shut everyone up. He even said he threatened Ortiz with punishment for all the talk. It wasn't just work. There was no more fighting in the ring. It was just the start of the war between Ennis and Ortiz, though. What we saw in the ring was just for show. Backstage, away from the lights and the crowd of fans, in the narrow halls, there was the real fight. The strain from inside the ring spread to the outside. And that was the end of the preening. This is when the crazy talk got an answer in person. Ennis went even further and emphasized his point when no one was watching. The two best young welterweights in the world got into a verbal fight that was raw and uncensored. It was Ennis making something very clear. You can't act that way or run away from this. It's no longer time for games. To make things even stranger, Vergil Ortiz proved Ennis right. Ortiz sat down for his post-fight interview just seconds after this intense personal fight. The whole boxing world was waiting for him to call Ennis out, but he didn't. Anyone watching was shocked when Ortiz picked up the mic and called out a different fighter. He called out Errol Spence Jr. He called it his dream fight, and it reminded him of when he was a kid and went to the same gym. His first move after all that anger and heat with Ennis was to look right past the most dangerous guy in his way. It seemed like the ideal distraction.
The fact that the eyes of 154 were here, I know Charlo was ringside, Boots was here, we saw him in the ring, Spence was here and everything. A lot of the names that have circled you in the past were here to see you in this performance. What were your thoughts on them being here, and which one of them do you want next?
It doesn't matter who's next. If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence, because that's my dream fight. I've been calling it since
AT&T.
There you go, at the Cowboys Stadium, and I just think that's my dream fight. And I don't care what anyone says about it. But anyone else, like I said, anyone can get it respectfully. I just want to fight the best. I'm just a competitive guy.
What did Errol Spence, who was king of the division, think about all of this? Spence was in the ring and saw one man chase his opponent and another man call him out. When asked about a possible fight with Ortiz, he kept his cool and thought things through. He didn't say what would happen. He just said, "I don't know. It might go either way." He told them it was a big fight for people their age, but he wouldn't take a side. Spence's bland answer makes things even more mysterious.
Excuse me. EJ, phone me into the crowd. No. Phone me into the crowd. We gotta make it go. Yeah, we gotta get him out. And we gotta go, y'all. Just hold on, get you up. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me.
Earl, are you scouting tonight? Are you scouting tonight?
The organizer thought Spence was up to no good, but Spence played it cool. Eddie Hearn, Yaron Ennis's manager, didn't waste any time. He jumped in right away and made it clear that he thought Ortiz and Ennis would be the fight.
Switching the page real quick, Crawford and Canelo. I'm sure you watched that fight. What was your overall reaction on Crawford's performance beating Canelo?
Crawford did his thing. He looked good. He looked strong.
He didn't think Ortiz's win was impressive and said Luben was just a sitting target.
He did what he was supposed to do. I don't know what was going on with Luben, but Vergil did his thing.
Yeah, I think he got stung really early, like in the first round. Like he went overhand right, and after that he
he felt the power and kind of teared up a little bit.
Yeah. Boots, Ortiz is the next fight, obviously.
Hearn made his loyalty clear by hitting Ortiz one last time. Vergil can really fight. "I just like Boots better," he said.
Even because he went up 3 weight classes, were you just surprised?
Nah, I wasn't shocked, because Canelo's not a big guy anyway. Canelo got it that started at 47 and came up to 168. So, I mean, I feel like Crawford, he walks around probably 169, 170-ish or whatever. So I feel like it was kind of easy for him to make the weight, and he looked good. He handled it well.
The battle for promotions had begun, and Hearn was ready to add fuel to the fire. Now that everything is in place, there will have to be a crash. He calls it a tour, and Yaron Ennis is on it to shut everyone up and show that he's the best. Looking for a way to get around the person who just challenged him, Vergil Ortiz wants to have a dream fight with Errol Spence. More people are excited than ever about this fight. We know that Ennis is all set for battle. The real question is it Ortiz? That violent fight behind the scenes showed how deadly serious this feud is. Maybe it showed that one man is on the hunt and the other is already trying to get away. Take a quick look at how people are reacting to this fight and what experts say about how likely it is that it will happen.
Boots doesn't want to fight Vergil. Boots is not going to fight Vergil next. You know, whatever they say, oh, there's a signed contract already, that's all bullshit. You know, there's Boots is not going to fight. You know, Boots is not going to fight Vergil next. You know, he's going to show up. You know, why didn't they call us up and invite us to his fight 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever he just fought recently, you know, you come to ours, we go to yours, we promote the fight. That would have been the perfect idea to do. But you know, they want to show up, you know, and they are going to show up. That doesn't make a difference. You know, Virgil's going to do his job. But, you know, that's just kind of like trying to get the media, the press to believe that they're ready for the fight. I know they're not. I know they already have a date where they already have, you know, a possible opponent already. So it's all part of the show, part of promoting the event, part of promoting his fighter, and Eddie's doing a great job doing it.
Virgil Ortiz can't beat no Boots Ennis. Virgil Ortiz can't beat no Boots Ennis. I promise you. Virgil Ortiz ain't beating no Boots. When y'all gonna listen?
I just think when they do that, that's what boxing need. And I think Boots will stop either one of them. He just got it's still spade of bills, and he just got too many of them. He can box, he can fight on the outside, use his jab, he can do it all. And that separates the greats from the okay guys. That's just my thought.
Promotion of things.
Well, all the back and forth, I know nothing about. I ain't heard nothing about none of that. The two tune-ups, Virgil hand. If you say Virgil showed his hand fucked up, then his hand fucked up. So that means he gonna need some time to get back, which he'll probably be back in the ring like November, December. But if my calculations are right, I think we see Boots and Virgil Cinco de Mayo, 26. I think that's about right. That sounds about right. I mean, because Boots got to go ahead and finish whatever business he got to finish, then go ahead to 54 and fight, and then Virgil got to get healthy. I could see Virgil trying to get a fight. I could see Virgil trying to get a fight before he go to fight Boots. Before that fight get matched.
If Ortiz and Ennis gets made, and let's see if how that shapes up. I want to know what you think of that fight. Who's your pick in that fight? It's a very, very tough fight to call offhand, man. You know, there's so many possible different ways it goes, but I think it is an exciting fight. Both guys are very, very explosive, and I think it is a dynamite fight to watch. I want to touch on where does everybody think Erikson Luben goes from here, because everybody seems to think, okay, you want to write him off and say, okay, you know what? And I don't blame you if you do. I kind of am wondering myself, you know, where does Erikson go from here? Because he had a pretty lackluster performance against the previous opponent, Adrian Holmes, when he stopped at Holmes in a very lackluster fight. And then he got blown out of the water here against Virgil Ortiz in a fight where he never got started. And I was convinced that if anything, Luben, even if he would get stopped, he would go out fighting. He would go out in a shootout like he did against Fundora. But he kind of went out with a whimper. So you got to start to wonder, is there anything left?
Did not expect a knockout like that, and I'm sure Boots didn't expect something like that either. So that's why I told Eddie Hearn, man, you guys stay home, because if you watch him in person, he's a dangerous guy. When you see him up close, the punches and the snap, but you know, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens.
I feel that this was Boots Ennis' first opportunity to actually see Virgil ringside, and he said he couldn't really get a lot of that from that performance because they ended so early. But him being in attendance tonight, what does that tell you, Oscar, as a promoter?
Well, that they really want the fight, you know. So you know, I'll sit down with Eddie Hearn, and you know, we'll discuss a few things, and if we can make it happen, then you know, we make it happen. But I feel that look, when Boots Ennis knocks somebody out in the first round, it's against a top 30 guy. When Virgil Ortiz knocks somebody out in the second round, it's against a top 5 in the world guy. That's the difference. That's the discrepancy there. It's like it's night and day. It's boys and men. It's just a whole different ball game. Boots.
What do you think about the next fight between Yaron Bootsani and Virgil Ortiz? Tell us in the comments. Enjoy your next video, and we'll see you soon.